Hey guys, Andrethefarmer here, and for those of you that are new, today you're in for a treat. Today we're going to do a full food forest tour. It's going to take about 30-40 minutes, but we're going to go through everything in the garden here. It's March 8th, so this is my spring tour. I do a tour pretty much every 3 months just to show you guys the progress of the garden, what's going on. This is one of my favorite times of the year because this is when everything's in bloom. This is when life starts to come back to the food forest. We're here in Orlando, Florida, and this is sort of the beginning of spring for us here. So let's go, let's get to it. Let's go check everything out, all right? So this is sort of what I come down to every morning. We're gonna start at the top here. This is a coconut cream mango tree, and it had some disease last year, so I had to give it a really hard prune and give it some neem oil, but it did bounce back and it's got great leaves on it now, but it's only got one branch with flowers on it. That's okay. This tree will have an off year. Some trees are alternate years where they produce big crops, and some years they don't. This here is a Glen mango. You can see it's setting lots of little fruit on it. It's a Glen mango. Then over here, we've got a Hull avocado, and this is a really cool tree because this is a tree that shows you the power of pruning. So basically, this tree was one tall stick when I got it. I basically cut it off right here, and I basically pugged it. And look at how it's branched out now. It's a much better looking tree than it would have been otherwise. You know, we got a little flower there too. We might actually get a couple avocados off this guy. It looks like it's starting to flower. It's a later season flowering avocado. This is my Valencia Pride mango. It's a really voracious grower. It grows like crazy. It's got a few grafts on it. It's got one graft in particular that I think is really cool. This is a graft that I don't really have a name for, but basically we cut a wedge here. We put a scion in here, or a piece of a Glen mango, and you can look and see that piece has grown, and it's grown all the way up to here, and it's coming all the way up to here. So it's pretty cool. This is my sugarloaf mango, which is also setting fruit right now. This is one of my favorite mangoes. It's pretty cool too. The blossoms are really kind of pinkish. And then this is my day avocado, and this is just loaded with flowers. So we should have a really good crop as usual from this avocado tree. We've got a variegated pink lemon, and the lemons actually are pink inside. We've got some tomatoes, a little bit of squash. We've got our celery that we just blanched. So basically, by wrapping them like this, that's going to help it become more thicker stalks, like you get in the supermarket. We've got a little garlic behind it there. This is my Kent mango tree. This is the first mango tree I ever planted, or the first tree I ever planted in this garden. And it's about 7 years in the ground now. And you can see we're setting some fruit here. Gorgeous. And this branch here is also flowering, but this is Maha Chinook. We're setting some fruit here as well. So hopefully we get a couple different varieties of fruit on here. This branch right here is turpentine mango, but it didn't flower yet. And this is my Malacca mango. Last year this tree produced 4 types of mangoes. This year it's got at least 2 types on it, maybe more. Haven't really checked everything, but this is a really cool graft right here. This is a graft that we did probably a few months back, but look at the graft union there, and it's already pushing out flowers. It has no leaves, but it's trying to make fruit. This here is a graft as well. This is a Glen mango graft, and look at all the fruit this thing's trying to produce here. Over here we have a miracle berry. This is really cool. This is a tree where the fruit on it, if you eat the fruit, everything you eat after that tastes super sweet for about an hour. Go over here. This is a sweet almond bush, just sort of a pollinator plant. And we've got another lychee here. This is a lychee. It's got a little flower on it, but this lychee was made from an air layer from my bigger lychee tree that we're going to see over there. And then we have a couple dragon fruit over there. Some pineapples. We have a lot of pineapples around the place here. This is a little Namduk Mai mango, which I've broken the flowers off twice, and it just keeps trying to flower. We've got a loquat back here with a couple fruit on it. We've got a few strawberries in this bed right here. This is a weed. I think we're gonna pull these strawberries. We're gonna put some ginger in here. It's usually a ginger bed. We've got a little garlic here. We've got some fresh peppers that we just started and planted. We've got a little bit of tomatoes. We did some winter tomatoes, and we got some fresh spring tomatoes that we put out there. Now in here we've got some cabbage that we might have started a little bit too late. I'm not sure if it's probably gonna be too hot for this cabbage to actually cabbage. We've got carrots, and we've got some sweet potato that's left over from last year. This used to be a sweet potato bed, and if you don't get all of it out, it's gonna come back. We've got a coconut tree right there. Coconuts aren't supposed to grow this far north, but we're trying to push it. This is a Tommy Atkins mango tree, and this was the second mango tree I ever planted. This tree was sold to me as a Kent mango, but over the years I've discovered that it is a Tommy Atkins. It's the kind that you get in the supermarket typically. Some lemongrass here. This is my lychee tree. This is my biggest lychee tree, and it produces a ton of lychee, and they're absolutely spectacular. We got some Swiss chard, some potatoes, some asparagus. Now asparagus takes a couple years to grow, so that's been in the ground for about a year and a half, so we should start to get some asparagus shoots this year. We've got some more garlic over here, and in the back there we've got some bok choy that's gone to flower, gone to seed. This is a longan here. It's actually got a little bit of flowers on it right now. Longan is very similar to lychee, and over here we've got some Namwa bananas right here. And they're kind of burnt up from when we had the cold spell. And we should get a couple of racks of bananas from these guys this year. Got a little mint growing in here. This is a red jabuticaba. It's actually got a fruit on it. Wow, look at that. It's the first time I'm noticing that. There you go, little red jabuticaba fruit. We've got a dwarf Namwa banana. We got a little bit of dasheen that's growing in here. This is where I throw all my sort of compost in here, so we get a lot of seedlings that pop up in here. Got a little fig. Over here, we've got a breadfruit, another breadfruit, and a star apple underneath that tree right there, under that branch. This is a Kerry mango, which is loaded with flowers. And we've got some more cabbage here. We've got some tomatoes. We've got some kaleettes. We've got some garlic and some more bok choy that's gone to flower. We've got a papaya over there. Got one papaya left on it. That scenery over there, beautiful. Lemongrass, my lemongrass has gone to seed. I do have seeds available on my website at permaculturelife.com. So you need to harvest these seeds here too. We got lots of seeds on here. So we're gonna go back around here. We've got onions. We've got a couple daikon radishes. We got a couple tomato plants. This is a big old cauliflower, which never actually flowered, but it's just massive. We've got some cabbage. The cabbage looks great. We're just kind of storing it there for now. We've got some collard greens here. We've got carrots, beets, onions, radish. This is radish that's gone to seed here. This is the trellis that I built for my loofahs. And we've got loofahs in the ground here. Got one right here. We're trying to train this up onto here. Another one there. Got some baby loofahs that are just popping up right now. Let's see. This is a fruit punch mango. A little fruit punch mango. Got a little new growth at the top, setting some fruit on the sides here. This is a sugar apple. They lose their leaves in the winter. They're bouncing back right now. We have another jabuticaba. This is a jamund, or a black plum. We've taken a couple air layers off this, hoping that this thing will flower this year. It's pretty big, but it hasn't fruited yet. Here we have a Turk's cap hibiscus. The cool thing about this hibiscus is the flowers are edible. Let's see if we can pull one out. Yep, if you pull it out like this, you can suck on the tip. And there's a little bit of nectar in there. It's pretty cool. So down here, we've got a lot more pineapples. We had a big tree fall down in the food forest, so we kind of had a little bit of damage back here, but a lot of these pineapples got sort of, beat on, but we have a lot of pineapples this year. I probably got about 16, I think, pineapples I counted. So we're gonna go this way. The tree fell right down on top of all this stuff here, so, my Pineapples got kind of beat up. My lemongrass got beat up here pretty bad. This is Cuban oregano. This was kind of beat up from the cold. This is a strawberry tree, aka Jamaican cherry. It's called a strawberry tree because the blossoms look like strawberry blossoms. This is a tamarind. We've got a spider web in my face. We've got a dwarf green banana, which is recovering from the cold. We've got, this is a dragon fruit this is the first dragon fruit I ever planted before I understood what a trellis was. So this poor mulberry tree is the trellis for my dragon fruit. And I want to show you something here. You look at the size of the leaves on this branch versus the size of the leaves on this branch. And that's because this branch is Pakistani mulberry. So this tree has a bunch of Pakistani mulberry grafted onto it. Anywhere you see those big leaves, that's Pakistani mulberry grafted on to this ever-bearing mulberry. And it produces much larger fruit. So I'm a big fan of those. Over here, we've got some more pineapples. We've got some various varieties of pineapples here. This here is one of my favorite bamboos that I grow. This is like a yellow bamboo with some green stripes. It's pretty cool bamboo. We've got a loquat. This is a loquat seedling, so this is gonna be a new variety of loquat. We got a jackfruit seedling. Got a little moringa here that's coming back to life. More pineapple. We've got some sapodilla. These are sapodillas. Kind of tastes like brown sugar. Let's see. This is where the tree fell on top of everything here, so we just had this removed recently. But this is the Pakistani mulberry tree here. Still got a few branches that are broken from that tree landing on it. We used to have an elderberry here. This elderberry also had the tree land on it, but it'll bounce back. It's gonna bounce back just fine. More pineapple. We're gonna go this way. This is a jackfruit seedling, and this is just a supermarket jackfruit seed. Basically, this is about 2 years old. They grow super fast. One of the better things to grow from seed. This is my dwarf Puerto Rican plantain circle here, and they are just bouncing back from the cold as well. We got a new pup coming in there. That is a full-size plantain there that was given to me by a friend. The cold, it kind of got burnt right down to the ground, but now it's bouncing back. Got a dwarf Cavendish banana here. This is Monstera delicioso, which produces an edible fruit. It's my beehives over there. The bees have been crazy lately. They've been just like attacking for no reason. We've got a lot of pigeon peas here. We got to do a pigeon pea harvest. I think a lot of these peas are ready to harvest. They're dry, they're ready to rattle, so we're gonna harvest some pigeon peas. We've got a buttercream mango here, which is loaded this year. Last year it produced about 3 mangoes. This year I think we should get more than that. This is a Fuyu persimmon. Here's another example of grafting here. This is a Pakistani mulberry that's grafted onto a ever-bearing rootstock. You can see the size of the actual mulberries, much bigger than your typical mulberries. We've got a triple sec mango here, and we've got some Mexican sunflower. We use this as fertilizer. We use it for chop and drop. It's high in nitrogen and phosphorus. We've got a little guava tree that we rescued. This tree was dying when I got it, but it's coming back to life now. This is my pomegranate. It's looking great. This is the best it's ever looked. We actually moved this tree from another friend of mine's yard 2 years ago, and now it really seems like it's really caught on. We're doing an air layer here. We did an air layer right here for a friend of mine and gave him a brand new tree. Down here we've got our sugar cane, and the lake used to be about 10 feet further out. It's starting to recede now, but last year after the hurricanes, the lake came way up. The lake was all the way right up to this bed at one point, but it's bouncing back now. We've got a lot of onions in here. We've got some green onions on this side and some regular onions over here. This is my guava tree, which is almost back on dry land. This guava tree's been in the lake for 6 months, and it's perfectly fine. It has no problem. It's putting out new growth. The only brown it has is because of the cold that we had. This is an air layer. So we took an air layer off the top of this, and this is it right here in the pot, and it's growing beautifully. We've got another pomegranate right here. This is a Fuyu persimmon that hasn't woken up yet. Or maybe it is waking up. It is waking up. And that's the cool thing about having a lot of stuff. You see new stuff every day out here. It's awesome. Let's see. We've got a Bombay mango, which I thought was flowering, but it just put out a bunch of new growth instead. So we'll see. This tree has not fruited yet. My Alfonso mango is taking a break as well. Oh, we got a cool lizard right there. This is the pineapple right here that we saw the coral snake underneath. Pretty cool. This is a coconut tree, coconut palm, and they're not supposed to grow this far north, but I'm pushing the boundaries. We've protected this. It's got through 2 winters now. I think eventually we're gonna get coconuts from this guy. More jackfruit seedlings down here. This is a double Mahoy banana. The lake is sort of relinquishing all the trees that it took. Like that was in the water for a few months, but the lake has bounced back now, dried back up a little bit. This is a praying hands banana here. This is a Namwa banana. This is a dwarf red banana here. We have a Jabuticaba. They love water, so I've tried to keep this thing pretty much in the lake, but the lake keeps going down now, so it's not in the lake anymore. I gotta move it again. Got some more bananas, a little peach tree that I've neglected over the years, but it's finally found a home, and it looks like it's getting a little more stable. It's got a little peach on it. It's got some flowers on it. It's pretty cool. Oh, there's another Jabuticaba over here. This is my cassava or yucca bed. So we planted this cassava a few weeks ago, and you can see almost all of it. Well, I think all of it is germinating, pretty much 100%, or growing. We did plant some corn in here as well. I don't think the corn has come up yet, but we've got some sorrel here as well. This is a little Pickering mango, which got burnt up from the cold, but it's bouncing back and it's actually setting some fruit. This little tree produces pretty well for a little tree. So this is all the wood from when they chopped the tree down. We've been extending the food forest a little further this way, so we have a little more going on over here. This is a Barbados cherry, and this is another mango here. This is a grafted mango, and this kind of shows you the difference between grafted trees versus non-grafted trees. So this is the seedling side here, and you can see it's bigger than this side, but it's not going to fruit for a number of years. It's not just not ready. But this is a grafted branch right here of ice cream mango, and this is going to fruit. Well, right now it's fruiting. So we planted some more sugarcane along here, and we have a tree that's falling over right here. This big tree. We got a couple of bananas that we rescued from the lake. We got some agaves here as well, and some Mexican sunflower. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments. I answer all the questions that I get. This is a jackfruit seedling. This is a loquat. We've also got another dragon fruit here that we're growing in this pot right here, using this tree as a trellis. Gonna have to prune this, get all these branches off this tree. The grapes are starting to wake up. There we go. The grapes are starting to wake up. So we've got, this used to be a Valencia Pride mango with a bunch of stuff grafted onto it, but the squirrel came and just basically, or something came and chopped it right down. And now it's growing, but I'm not sure if it's growing below the graft union or not. So it may be a seedling now, or it may still be Valencia Pride. I think it's a seedling though. This is a plum, and this is a Damson plum here. This is a little grafted mango that we created doing a veneer graft. And it is a fruit punch mango. This is a finger lime. We actually have a couple small fruit on there. They're really hard to see, but they're right there's one. Hard to see, I know. We've got a lychee right here with some flowers on it as well. And then we've got, this is our biggest pineapple that we have so far. It's the first one that sprouted this year. It's got gorgeous colors on it. We've got some dragon fruit. We've got a canistel or egg fruit here. This is a Cattleya guava, which is one of my favorite tasting guavas if I ever get them. The squirrels tend to get them before I can. We've got some katuk, which is a leafy green vegetable. This one didn't get too much cold damage. This one's bouncing right back from all the cold damage that it got. This is a ice cream mango. We've got another persimmon over here. More dragon fruit. Got some Namwa bananas right here. These are dwarf Namwa bananas. This is chocolate pudding fruit or black sapote. We've got a Mona Lisa banana, which is still recovering from the cold. Oh wow, look at this. This is cranberry hibiscus. Now the leaves are edible, so you put them in a salad. They have a very tart flavor, almost like a cranberry flavor. Really cool. The seed pods, we have seeds available on the website sometimes. Once these seed pods mature, we'll have them available again. This is peanut butter fruit for a peanut butter fruit tree. We have this tree got beat up by the tree falling down, but this is a sugar apple here. We have another pineapple in here. Ow, these things are prickly. Yeah, little pineapple flower in there. Got a little fig. Oh, this fig got torn up. Look at this. This fig's out of the ground. All right, so we got to replant this today. This is my Julie mango. This also got the tree fell on top of this as well. Julie mango is a very popular mango in the Caribbean. Actually, my Kerry mango over there with all the flowers, it is a seedling of a Julie mango. So it's the granddaughter of a Julie mango. So over here, we've got longevity spinach, which is a great perennial spinach. And we've got Okinawan spinach, the slightly darker one over there. We've got a hog plum here. This is a June plum, a full-size June plum. It's just a little baby though. And this is another hog plum here. It hasn't leafed out yet. This is bay leaf, like what you cook with, the bay leaf. This is curry leaf, which is also great for cooking. Got a little pineapple growing there. That is allspice, and that is sempedak there, which is like a miniature jackfruit. This is my soursop, which bounced back from the cold. It lost all its leaves this winter, but it bounced back. We have a little mini jackfruit here. It's another one that's had a branch fall down on it and damage it. This is my bigger jackfruit here. It's produced a lot of male flowers, but it has not produced any female flowers as of yet. Still waiting on that. We're doing an air layer on the top of this to top this tree off. This is my moringa. This is a governor's plum. We've got a winter Mexican avocado here. We're gonna turn it back around this way, go down this way. We've got some iboza, which makes a really good tea. More katuk. This is a sugar apple. Another pineapple here. Another soursop. We've got some lambs here, aka toilet paper plant. Oh geez, this got hit, because this is not the position this tree was in. This got hit by the branch falling down. I didn't even notice it, but this got hit definitely because it is in a new position. Hopefully it's gonna be okay like that. I might wanna, let's see. Yeah, we're gonna put a stake in the ground and lift that up a little bit. This is my star fruit, which also got hit pretty good. It lost some of the fruit that was on it. Let's see if we can find some more. Yep, we got some more fruit on it here. There's some fruit there, some star fruit. But it got hit pretty good by the tree falling down as well. We've got a little lemon lime thing here. This is a Patangatuba or star cherry. This pineapple lost this pineapple right here. This is a cherimoya, and we've got a mame sapote and some Brazilian spinach. This is Mayan tree spinach, which is edible. However, you have to cook it because it does have cyanide in it. This is a peanut butter fruit tree again here. Got some pigeon peas, my ice cream banana. It's another variety of star fruit here. Another star fruit as well. They're all three different varieties. This is the rarest tree that I have. What happened here? Yeah, this is the rarest tree that I have. This is a chelada, which is a cross between a cherimoya and a custard apple. It was created by a friend of mine. I'm gonna break that off here. Anything below the graft, you don't want growing, because that's not gonna be what this tree was designed to be. This is a cinnamon tree, and you can tell it's cinnamon because the lines on the leaves go down. It actually smells a lot like cinnamon. This is a sugar apple. This is a custard apple, but oh man, they broke my custard apple off. Well, they did kill one tree. Jesus, man, the guys were cutting this wood. They were a little reckless. I knew we'd have some casualties. This is a grapefruit. Oh, it's actually fruiting. We're getting some flowers on our grapefruit right now. Pretty cool. It's a golden coconut. This is a custard apple. This was given to me as a gift by my staff for my 50th birthday as a sugar apple, but I believe it is a custard apple. It's not a sugar apple, definitely. This is a Baptiste mango, and I created this by getting a branch and grafting it onto a Duncan rootstock. And 2 years later, we've got fruit. We've got fruit. That's why we graft. This is a cac mango here. This is a cocopo banana. We've got a guarana over here in a pot. This is a toothache plant. This plant actually, if you chew it up, it numbs your mouth. It's pretty cool. It's called a toothache plant or Hercules plant. Little mango seedling here. This is my section of air layers. Every plant in here is an actual air layer from another tree. This is an air layered sugarloaf mango. This is an air layered jamun. It's actually an air layer with some grafts on it as well. And I think that graft is starting to push out there. This is another air layered mango. This is a Valencia Pride, and it's also something else. So one half of this is something else, which has the label's kind of worn off. I can't read it. And the other half is Valencia Pride, but it's fruiting on both sides. It's an air layer for my big Valencia Pride tree. This is an air layered wax apple or a wax jambu. This is an achacha, which is a South American fruit, and we've got passion fruit growing in there. It's recently planted. This is a seedling of a jackfruit. We have another, this is a red, what do we call it? An orange crush jackfruit here. We've got a guinip or guinipa. They really don't like the cold, so it's kind of struggling. We've got a couple of pawpaws in here that are struggling because it's too warm for them here. And then we've got a little jackfruit seedling there as well. This is my wife's flower garden area where we have more flowers and things like that. We do have some Monstera delicioso over here. And we have a Suriname cherry tree, a big old Suriname cherry tree. And it's probably got cherries on it right now. Got cherries on it, they're not ripe, but there are cherries on this tree right now. Then over here, we have our cashew tree, which is coming back to life after a really harsh winter. It's coming back to life. So you didn't kill that. I lost a couple of cocoa trees or cacao trees this year, but I didn't lose the cashew. So a loquat. We got a sugar apple here, which hasn't fleshed out yet. It's kind of weird. More mulberry. We've got a June plum over here. This is my bamboo wall, which we use to source our bamboo stakes. We've got a bunch of seedlings over here. Let's see, we've got a couple of blueberries. This is my wife's flower garden here mostly. And we have a couple of olive trees over here. All three of these olive trees were planted at the exact same time, but they've all been moved around so many times that one there is the one that's been in that spot the longest. And down here, we've got another loquat over here. Got a Barbados cherry that we moved over here as an adult, so it's kind of struggling a little bit. Needs a little pruning. We've got a pina colada mango, which is flowering for the first time. It's very slow growing. We've got a cherry of the Rio Grande. We've got a ice cream bean. And this is the jamun that we just air layered recently. This is another air layer. This is an air layered Valencia Pride mango. Here we have a lemon meringue mango. And this is my Frankenstein tree. This tree it's a Harvest Moon mango, but everything you see on this side is a different variety of mango. It's got about 12 different types of mangoes growing on this tree. You can see the different color of the different blossoms. That's because they're all different. Everything on the top there is all Harvest Moon, but the rest of it is a bunch of varieties of mango. This is a longan. This one actually had a lot of flowers on it till the frost came and sort of killed all the flowers off. We've got another lychee here, a little Oro Negro avocado. And I think we've done the whole circuit. So that's pretty much the whole yard here. You know, hope you enjoyed that. If you did, like, follow. We have a lot more videos coming. I do a lot of shorts, a lot of other kinds of videos. You can also find me on TikTok and Instagram. I'm Andrethefarmer everywhere. And check out my website, permaculturelife.com, for all your sustainably sourced apparel. All right? See you guys. Bye.